Welcome back, and I'm sure you enjoyed understanding the numbers and the impact by actually tweaking and honing and changing and modifying some of these key elements can have to your sales and, importantly, to your profitability. Well and truly, and of course then the asset value of your business in terms of moving forward. Remember, those Fab 5 are sitting behind everything we've done today in order to help you produce great results in your business. And of course the blue and the white, that's probably been revealed as well, that the blue is activity and the white is the results. So with activity, yes, that's all about monitoring, testing and changing the activity in such a way that will produce a better result. And the result is about monitoring and then altering the activity in such a way that you can produce better results. But I'm hoping that you gained in this particular X factor a real understanding that by tweaking and honing those particular indicators, and the blue sections on this particular slide behind me, these are the absolute keys that will start to really make a big difference in driving your performance. Now, if you add, and let's have a look at this, if you add, first of all, the focus that we covered firstly, and then you add growth in terms of the marketing, the selling, the delivering, and the servicing in place, and then we start to look at the numbers as to where we can tweak, hone, and improve, suddenly our business performance improves dramatically. But we set up front that none of that's going to make a difference unless we have the ability to implement powerfully. Well, that's quite simply Lasercution. That's about putting things in place that actually produce a result. Said incredibly simply, from a Lasercution point of view, it is the ability for us to get things done. And you know there are people out there that have this ability to get things done. It seems like if they grab hold of something, it's put in place in such a way that produces a great result. This is exactly what we're wanting to actually go through and share with you to help you have the get things done capability. Simple example of this then is to actually come back to the success formula that we looked at right up front. We know that decisions multiplied by actions equals results. That's exactly the formula. So in getting things done, it will be about you making better decisions, taking more effective actions to produce even better results. Now, there's a business quote that I'm known for out there in the business world, and that quite simply is the power of an idea is in its implementation. So Lasercution is simply about working on or versus working in the business. It's very, very easy to get trapped and actually start to work in the business, but what's very, very important for us to understand is that when you work on the business, you start to really improve and add value beyond the value of the business. Think of it this way. If you do something in the business, you've had incremental improvement in terms of results. By working on the business and allocating time to work on the business, you'll have exponential improvement in the kind of results you produce. And you know, the mere fact that you're here shows me clearly and shows your 10X coach clearly that you're committed to working on your business and on yourself in such a way that you can move forward faster. So we've got a whole series of tips here that will help you in terms of Lasercution. Let's have a look at them, and you may want to make a note of these to really help you with the implementation. The first one is planning. Very, very simple, very effective. So even after today, you want to take a little bit of time out and say, what have we learned here and what do we need to put in place? One of the challenges can be is attempting to put too much in place too fast. You're better to implement less things well than more things poorly. Because if you're not careful, you'll get a reputation within your business, within your team of, yeah, we've got all these great plans, but they never actually turn out. Now, of course, in the discovery consultation, that will further enhance your planning to make sure you're putting the right things in place to really help you move forward. The second thing is to look for key projects. Now, there are two kinds of projects that will surface out of this. The first kind of projects we class as quick wins. So you may have actually just gained something as we went through the growth X factor that, wow, that's a quick win we could put in place. We could easily send out a thank you letter after purchase and that would make a big difference. Or we can send a thank you letter out after payment. That would make a big difference. Little things like that, they would be classed as quick wins. As well as that, though, there's quite often some key projects you need to work on. And the key projects will probably take a little bit more time and need a little bit more energy and effort in order to make it happen. Once we've been through these, your 10X coach is going to actually share with you a very, very neat strategy, how you actually increase the doability of your projects as well. Next is master chunking. Now, chunking is the ability to break things down into bite-sized pieces. And your 10X coach is going to go through with you a very simple process of chunking. You see, you can't actually do a project. What you can do is the activity that allows you to achieve the project outcome being achieved. Next is implementation. Big focus on implementation. What are we implementing? What are we implementing? What are we implementing? As opposed to what are we doing today? No, what are we implementing today? What are we improving? What are we adding value today in such a way that's going to move the business forward? Remember, at the past present loop or a future present loop, What do we need to do today, and who do I need to be today in order for this future to turn up? Next is team buy-in. So it's very important that you actually have your team as part of this process. So therefore, going back to your team and saying, we're doing all of these things, it might be actually worthwhile sharing, why we're doing them. So actually communicating with the team in such a way, why are we doing it, as well as what we're actually doing. A lot of the time leaders fall into the trap of just saying, here's what we're doing, as opposed to stepping back from that and going through the rationale as to why we're actually doing it. The next point is accountability. Look, the fastest runner in the world has a coach, and why do they have that coach? And I liken this to a fitness trainer. Some of you may actually have a personal trainer. You can actually be a member of the gym, and you can go to the gym, and you will improve your health and fitness. But this seems like an X factor in terms of fitness increases when you actually have a personal trainer there. Why? You're accountable. I don't feel like getting up this morning and going for that to the gym. Guess what? You've got a personal coach and a personal trainer there waiting for you. You're definitely going to actually make it happen. Very simple step, but it's very, very powerful. You need to be held accountable by someone who's going to help you produce great results. Build your support team. Now, I'm not just talking your internal team, I'm also talking an external team. What that means is you need a great accountant before you need a great accountant. You need a great solicitor before you need a great solicitor. You need a relationship with a bank manager or financier, well and truly. So this is your support team around you. Internally, absolutely. Is everyone in your team on your side, and they're pro, and they've got a lot of pride in the business? And then externally, do you have a range of people that you can pick the phone up and call and say, hey, I need a hand here? This is a very, very important part of all successful businesses in terms of the X factor of Lasercution. You've got a great idea, you want to put it in place. Who can you call on pretty quickly to be able to help you put that in place? Do you have a great web developer? Do you actually have someone who can write great copy for you? Do you have a marketing person that can actually jump in and help you with that? Not necessarily full-time people, so I don't think I'm suggesting that, but people you can call on that are part of your team that can help you implement things faster. See, one of the traps that a small business and a medium-sized business owner falls into is to think, and quite often this is how it started, I knew how to do everything in the business. Great, now that I know everything to do in the business, as the business grows and evolves, there'll be things in your business that someone other than you is far better at doing. You need to actually get clear on what you want to achieve, and don't concern yourself so much with the who and the how, but actually find someone who can actually develop the how with you. Now, if you do know how, great, but keep in mind sometimes by knowing how, it'll have you move into the business and into the detail as opposed to working on the business. Who can actually do this and how can it actually happen? Most important thing that you need to get clear on is what and why we actually want to move forward with this. And the final step here is coaching. As I said before, the fastest runner in the world has a coach. This is also about you having someone who's coaching and supporting you to help you move forward. Now, of course, 10X is a business set up specifically to help business owners like you actually move forward faster. You could look at it this way. If this is results and this is time, pretty much so, if you just come to learning, so just come to the edge, for example, you'll see a learning that will give you a productivity spike in your business. But over time, we'll start to see that drop away. That may have actually already occurred for you from other seminars or other things that you've learnt. What we want to do is take that spike of learning and capitalise on that with coaching club support and really make sure we can accelerate that in a major way. Therefore, your results over time increase dramatically. And like we said earlier, this is very much like putting the personal trainer in the mix for you to actually coach, guide you, support you. Now, it's not always going to be a nice, soft conversation, because sometimes business owners and business leaders need, tough conversations to say, hey, this is what we need to do to make this happen. In fact, you may be sitting there thinking there's some tough decisions that I haven't made for quite a while in my business. And in your discovery consultation, your 10X coach may help you actually go through getting some more clarity as to what you need to do to move forward. Now, some of you are actually probably asking the question, well, what is Coaching Club all about? Let's have a look at it. Very, very simply, it's designed to do 3 key things. Number 1, increase business performance. Really work on those Fab 5 in terms of improving the performance of your business. The second thing is improve financial position. Why? Business performance without improving financial position of the owners and leaders doesn't make a lot of sense. And the final component that is very, very important, and it's potentially the reason why you got involved in the business in the first place, is we want to enhance the lifestyle of our Coaching Club members. Very, very simple, very effective to help you accelerate the results you're achieving. Now, your 10X coach can go through some impressive detail about that and see whether or not Coaching Club is a way that will help you produce better results in your business. Right now, though, let's step back and have a look at the X factor. What we have looked at in terms of today are 4 key components that when they come together, your business will fire in an X factor way. The first thing is your focus. Yes, you need to be focused on the main aim of the game. What are you focused on right now, and is it the right thing that is going to produce the best result for you? Second important component is your growth. What are you doing from a marketing, a selling, a delivering, and a servicing point of view to be an X factor business? From there, understanding the X factor of numbers, and as I said, when you actually get to the discovery consultation, you'll be able to use the exact same spreadsheet your 10X coach just used to show the proactive performance system to look at the potential in your business. And then finally, Lasercution. How do you powerfully implement this in such a way that makes a difference? So, the edge. It is all about giving your business the edge and the X factor out there. So if a client has a choice, and they typically will have a choice, whether they use your business, your products and services, or someone else's, you're going to know that behind the scenes you've actually got the X factor backing you up and supporting you to be the very best you can possibly be. From here, what is the next step? Well, the next step simply is making sure that you can implement this powerfully. To help you with that, the first thing that we're going to do is have a fitness assessment. And your 10X coach has the fitness assessment there for you right now to hand over to you to complete. That's going to be very important because for us to put some numbers in and look at your business potential, we need to see where that goes to. And then the complimentary discovery consultation. This is valued at over $500 and it's available to you because you've been here at the edge. The components of the discovery consultation are very, very important, and it's an opportunity for you to work once again on your business, not in your business, and really look at the potential as to where you're heading and how you can get there faster. So there are 4 steps to a discovery consultation. The first thing, we actually want to look at where your business is at now. Where is your business? What is the reality of your current business? And then the second component, which is very important, is where are you heading? If we put the crystal ball out there, if we looked at 2-3 years out from now, how do you see your business looking different than it does today? From there, we can actually start to identify your business potential. And this is where we'll actually bring up the proactive performance system so we can actually drill in and have a look at where, with a few little slight indications and changes in those indicators, what can we actually do to the results? Then the final component is the next steps. What are the next steps in supporting you, achieving where you want to head and the potential that's truly available in your business? So the 10X Edge, it is all about giving you the X factor in your business, because when you have the X factor, suddenly you have more customers coming and buying off you more often. More customers buy off you more often, suddenly your business grows and is out there in the marketplace. Every business owner wants the X factor. This is your chance to really understand and look with your 10X coach at the X factor and how do you build that even more into your business so it stands out and you produce great results. Enjoy getting out there and making it happen and putting the X factor into your business.